Ladies and gentlemen, good evening and welcome back to our YouTube channel once again. I want to begin this video by asking you guys a very simple but difficult question. And that question has really been bothering me. What do you think Kenya Kwanza government, under the leadership of William Samoei Arap Ruto, are planning to do to Raila Odinga on Tuesday? Because I've been paying very close attention to Kenya Kwanza and the threats and their statement. And it's clear that these gentlemen are planning something against Raila Odinga. Are they going to arrest Raila Odinga or are they going to eliminate him? Rigathi Gachagua has warned Raila Odinga. William Ruto himself has warned Raila Odinga that enough is enough. Musalia Mudavadi has done that. Moses Kuria has done that. Today, I paid very close attention to a statement by Ndindi Nyoro. So according to these guys, 2nd May of 2023 is going to be Raila Odinga's last day. What are they planning? Because even the police have declared Raila Odinga's demonstrations unconstitutional and they've banned Raila Odinga from holding those demonstrations. What are they planning to do? In this video, I want us to look at the disturbing and terrifying message which Raila Odinga earlier today delivered to Kenya Kwanza. Before we do that, for those who are watching this channel for the first time, please take a second or two, click that subscribe button so that next time we produce a video like this, YouTube will automatically notify you. And to the subscribers, I want to continue thanking you guys for your continued support. Because without the support, this channel cannot be where it is. And the best way you can support the channel is just by sharing the video, dropping your comments, and for this particular video, please give it a thumbs up. On the same breath, allow me to say thank you to Simon and Sarah. I received your coffee. You can also do the same using the numbers on your screen. Now, without any further ado, let us dive into this press statement, which was issued by Raila Odinga. Let me just check who signed the letter. The letter was actually signed by Raila Odinga. So I want us to look at this press conference by Raila Odinga because the content of that letter is actually disturbing. But before we get there, why do you think Kenya Kwanza are trying to warn Raila Odinga and even declare his rallies, which are constitutional, as unconstitutional? Probably they want to intimidate Raila Odinga supporters. Probably they want to lay the grounds to arrest Raila Odinga. Probably they are planning to cause chaos during the demonstrations and then blame Raila Odinga. Or maybe, I'm just thinking, these guys just want to divert the attention of the country from the real issues which are currently affecting the country. Now, let me just get my laptop and go through this letter. I'll go verbatim. It's a bit long. I don't know whether I'll manage, but it has around 10 points. I'll try to go very briefly on over them and try to dissect the content. Raila Odinga is saying in his letter, Azimio protests remain on course despite assassination threats. So basically, Raila Odinga is aware that these guys are planning to assassinate him. Now, this is what he's saying. Azimio la Umoja One Kenya Party has taken note of the dark warning from the Kenya Kwanza regime regarding peaceful protest planned for 2nd May 2023 in Nairobi. So from that paragraph, it means Raila Odinga is reiterating that his demonstrations are on 2nd and they are going to be peaceful. And is proceeding, the warnings have included repeated threats of assassination of Azimio leaders from Rigathi Gachagua and Moses Kuria. The latest grim warning has come from Honorable Ruto, who yesterday voted to stop the planned demonstrations at all costs and declared them nonsense. So basically, he is now implicated the people who have threatened him. I don't know why they forgot about the statement by Musalia Mudavadi. Now let us pay close attention to the first statement. Yeah, let's pay the first statement. He's saying the Constitution of Kenya, which in Article 37 provides that every person has the right peaceably and unarmed to assemble, to demonstrate, to picket, and to present petitions to public authorities, has not been suspended. So basically, Raila Odinga is trying to tell William Ruto that whatever they are going to do is going to be within the Constitution. Sadly for Raila Odinga, Kenya Kwanza have always tried so hard to portray these demonstrations as lower affairs and tried so hard to make them appear as if they are violent. The truth is, Raila Odinga's demonstrations since they began has always been peaceful. The police has always caused chaos. In fact, even the thuggeries we've witnessed during the course of the demonstrations are actually orchestrated by the system themselves. So number two, Raila Odinga is saying, listen, and this is very interesting. And I once opined here that probably that's what Ruto wants to do. That unless Mr. Ruto wants to suspend the Constitution and rule by decree, we will execute our right to assemble, demonstrate, picket, and present petitions on Tuesday, 2nd May 2023, as earlier announced. Dark threats notwithstanding. So which means Raila Odinga is suggesting that maybe William Ruto is planning to suspend the Constitution. You know, you can always suspend the Constitution. And that probably explains why, despite the fact that everyone in this country acknowledge that Ruto is the president and is the commander-in-chief, William Ruto has always reminded Kenyans that, I'm the commander-in-chief. I never heard Kibaki mention that he's the commander-in-chief, even Uhuru. Ruto is mentioning that word every single day. And it's continuing at number 3, that on that day, we shall present a petition to the IEBC showing that the election results were doctored and demand an audit of the servers. We shall also petition IEBC against the sacking of the 4 commissioners because it presents a dangerous precedent in which in all future elections, all commissioners will be required to agree with the chairperson of IEBC, effectively making election a one-person show. So what Raila Odinga is trying to suggest in this, and for me, I agree with him fully, that they are planning now very clearly to present a petition to IEBC. And they are going to provide evidence to IEBC why they believe the elections were rigged in. So it will be upon IEBC now to counter, because Raila Odinga has been showing these things on the screen, but they've never petitioned. For the first time, they are going to petition IEBC that these are the results. Then it will now be upon IEBC, if they are serious, to challenge whatever Raila Odinga and his team will be presenting before them. And on the issue of the commissioners, the Supreme Court of Kenya agreed with Raila Odinga and his team that IEBC is actually the commission and that the chairperson cannot work in isolation. But it means, based on what they ruled, that the chairperson can decide to do things their way. So that if it is in disagreement with other commissioners, he can just decide and do whatever he wants. So let us wait and see how that's going to unfold. Let us go to number 4. Raila Odinga is saying at number 4, we shall equally present a petition to the office of the president proving that the cost of food, fuel, electricity, and fees remains unacceptably high. We will further petition OP to desist from invading and destroying rival political parties, as was attempted on Jubilee Party headquarters through actions of MPs in parliament. And it's continuing that, okay, that's that. So basically, in that, they want to petition, they are going to go to the office of the president, provide for petition. Because all along, these guys have always said that these guys are not willing to present their petition. Now they are saying, we have the petition. And in our petition to the president, office of the president, we are going to say that the cost of living is high, electricity and fee high, and also they are going to tell them to stop interfering with the other political parties, which for me makes sense. The only fear these guys have is that if these guys were to go to the office of the president with that magnitude, probably someone would think that these guys will go and overthrow the government. And that's why these guys are saying, we will deal with you. Now, let's go to number 5. We will be visiting the National Treasury on 2nd May 2023 to petition for the immediate release of all funds owed to the counties and the timely payment of salaries to all civil servants. I think now here they are trying to rally the support of the governors and the support of Kenyan workers, because so far there are Kenyans who are yet to receive their salaries. Some are running up to 4 or 5 months. For example, in counties, I know doctors have not been paid. Several counties, because the central government has refused to release the money. Raila Odinga is saying, number 6, that we plan to visit the Public Service Commission on the day to demand that appointments of public officers be done purely on the basis of merit and inclusivity, not tribe as is presently the case. We cannot have a country of close to 50 tribes where appointments go only to members of one tribe. The truth is, since William Ruto took over, there's even a joke. I saw Njugush the other day demonstrating how to get government job. You just need to put on the jacket and move around, then you get government jobs. So it has reached that point. There is some appointments which were made, I think in the Ministry of Foreign Affairs, over 100. Out of those, there were around 200. 90% were from Kalenjin nation. It can't work like that, which means the Kalenjin nation today, if you want to get a government job in this country today, you have to be a Kalenjin. And it's possible that they are being ferried in lorries from wherever they are to pick up government jobs, while the rest of the country are not. I hope that they'll be able to present those lists so that if William Ruto will be denying what is happening, then he will be able to challenge that, okay, you are saying that I've employed 200 Kalenjins out of 250 or 90% of them. Your figures is not true. This is the true picture. And if that's something which has been happening, then they just need to change, because surely this country cannot afford to go to that route. My thinking. I know Kalenjins are qualified. There are people who are qualified. Everybody is jobless, but it sends a very bad signal. And they are saying at number 7 that we shall not agree to be cowed into silence when so many things are going wrong in the country, with the cults that enjoy patronage and protection from State House, killing Kenyans, including children, in their hundreds, goons hired by the state invading and destroying private properties, massive corruption making a grand return to the country, and tribalism taking unprecedented sway in public offices. So for me, I'll be interested in this, especially on the issue of massive corruption. Do we have any corruption scandal in this government as we speak? If they have, please, I don't just want them to talk, let them present them to Kenyans, then Kenyans will be the judge. On the issue of cults, now that's a religious issue. Then on the issue of invading Uhuru Kenyatta's farm, I see them now making that political. And number 8, they are saying, we believe the 2010 Constitution of Kenya was made for a time like this, when a cabal of ideologically bankrupt individuals commandeered the nation and seek to undermine its foundation. In strict adherence to this constitution, we shall continue with our planned action. So basically, they are just reminding Kenyans that Kenya is a country of rules. Kenya is a country of laws, and therefore they'll stick. And listen in. We remind Honorable Ruto that the powers, responsibilities, and the functions of a commander-in-chief, which he repeats himself, are clearly spelled out in the Constitution and do not include the overthrow of the Constitution, which he is attempting to do with attack of our planned protest. And by the way, I don't know who advises Ruto, but for Ruto to keep on reminding Kenyans that is the commander-in-chief, you know, when you're a president, you know, like Uhuru used to do it. Uhuru just walk majestically with this, what do we call it? Can you tell me the name? Ile kitu ya kushika hivi na unatembea, you know? And Kenyans will be just like, that's a true commander-in-chief. You'd come out in military fatigue. Kenya would feel like, okay, this is a commander-in-chief. Why should Ruto keep on reminding Kenyans that is the commander-in-chief? You know? Why? And lastly, and this is the serious statement which Raila Odinga was issuing to these guys, that if the regime chooses to turn our peaceful and constitutional activities into a shutdown and assassinations that Mr. Kuria and Gachagua are threatening, so be it, we are ready. So basically, Raila Odinga is telling these guys that so be it, we are ready. So he's ready. Whether he's going to be assassinated or not, Raila Odinga has sent a warning. He is ready. Thank you guys for your time. And hopefully, tomorrow we are going to have Labor Day. On Tuesday, hopefully, sense will prevail. But let us wait to see what's going to happen. Thank you guys, and may you have a good day. Bye-bye.